There is a certain kind of person everyone relies on. The one who fixes things before anyone even asks. The one who says, I'll handle it. The one who never seems to need anything back. When something breaks, they fix it. When someone struggles, they show up. When everything falls apart, they quietly put it back together. From the outside, this looks like strength. But on the inside, something quieter is happening. This person is often exhausted in a way they cannot explain, carrying a weight they never agreed to pick up, and unable to remember the last time someone took care of them. If you are the person who has to fix everything, this is for you. Because what looks like capability is often something else entirely. And your body has been paying for it for a long time. The first thing to understand is this: the need to fix everything is not the same as being generous. Generosity is a choice. This is a compulsion. A truly generous person can help and also rest. They can say, I can't take this on right now. But the fixer feels something else: a tension, a pull, an almost physical discomfort when a problem is left unsolved. You might notice it in small ways: replying instantly, even when you're exhausted, stepping in before someone finishes explaining, feeling responsible for things that were never yours. Because the fixing is not really about the problem. It is about quieting something inside, an alarm that does not like to be ignored. Where does this come from? Often, from a childhood where you had to grow up too soon. Maybe someone around you was overwhelmed, absent, unpredictable, unwell, and so you adapted. You became the responsible one, the calm one, the one who anticipated problems before they happened and solved them before anyone asked. You learned something very important, very early: that being useful made you safe. That being easy made you loved. That needing nothing made you acceptable. Psychologists sometimes call this hyper-independence. It is a trauma response, an extreme form of self-reliance that makes it hard to trust others or ask for support. A quiet conclusion forms: I cannot rely on anyone, so I must handle everything myself. And that rule doesn't stay in childhood. It follows you into friendships, into relationships, into work, not because you want the weight, but because putting it down has never felt safe. Here's the part most people miss. This is not just in your mind. It is in your body. To fix everything, your body has to stay ready. Ready for the next problem, the next request, the next thing that might go wrong. This state is often called hypervigilance, a heightened, constant scanning for potential threats or problems, even when the environment is objectively safe. Part of you is always checking. Is something about to go wrong? Does someone need me? What do I have to handle next? Over time, this becomes your normal, but your body keeps score. This constant readiness keeps you in the sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight mode, far more than it was designed for. Your body was meant to enter this state briefly, and then return to repair mode, the calm, rest and digest state where you restore, heal, and rebuild. But for the fixer, that return rarely comes, so you stay slightly on all the time, and the cost adds up. Sleep becomes shallow. Your body feels tired, but your mind won't switch off. Tension builds in your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Your immune system weakens because energy is spent bracing, not healing. Even your gut can become sensitive or irregular because the gut and the brain are constantly talking to each other through nerves, hormones, and chemicals that carry stress signals back and forth. You might notice this most at night, when everything is finally quiet, but your mind starts scanning anyway, replaying conversations, anticipating problems, preparing for things that haven't happened. Many fixers notice something strange. They only get sick when they finally stop. On the first day of a holiday, when everything goes quiet. That is not a coincidence. That is a body that was never allowed to rest, catching up all at once. So when you think, I'm exhausted, but I can't relax, this is why you've been running an engine that has no idle setting. There is another cost, and it is harder to admit: loneliness. When you are always the strong one, people stop checking on you. They come to you with their problems, but they don't think to carry yours. Because you have taught them, through years of competence, that you don't have any. You are the helper, not the one who needs help. And so you can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Because real closeness requires something the fixer avoids: being seen in struggle. Letting someone witness your confusion, your limits, your "I can't do this" moments. And that feels dangerous. Have you ever tried to do nothing and felt anxious instead? Like you had to get up, fix something, check something, Help someone? For the fixer, stillness can feel threatening. Because when the doing stops, a question appears: if I'm not useful, am I still wanted? If I have nothing to offer, will anyone stay? This is the fear underneath it all. That your worth is conditional. That you are loved for what you do, not for who you are. And as long as that belief is running, rest will never feel safe. So how do you begin to put the weight down? Gently. And not just in your thoughts, but in your body. Start small. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Sit. Do nothing. Don't reach for your phone. Don't fix anything. It will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not failure. It is your nervous system noticing that the alarm is off and slowly learning that nothing bad happens when you rest. Then, work with your body. A slow exhale, longer than your inhale, signals safety through the vagus nerve and helps your system shift out of fight or flight into a calmer state. Soften your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Let your hands rest. These small actions tell your system you are allowed to stand down. And finally, the hardest step. Let someone help you. Start small. Let someone carry something. Let them give you advice. Let them take care of one little thing. And notice they didn't leave. You were still wanted, even when you were not the strong one. Each time this happens, a new belief forms. I can need things and still be loved. If you are the one who fixes everything, hear this. Your capability is real. But it was also a shield, built when you were too young to have another option. You don't have to carry it all anymore. You don't have to earn your place by holding everything together. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to need things. You are allowed to be taken care of, too. And the people who truly love you will not leave when you let them see that you are human. You were never meant to fix everything, just to care. You can start today, not by fixing one more thing, but by letting one thing stay unfixed and resting anyway.